Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Stan Hughes, so the program is Interesting Ideas. And yes, you saw the title. It is correct. I am wearing a coat and tie so that I can teach you and tell you one of the most important things you need to know about radio. In fact, it's not only about radio. It's about making a speech. It's about giving a presentation. It's about not you. And that's hard to remember. So I'm going to take a few minutes to talk to you about that on this Ash Wednesday, where many of us begin the celebration, you might say, and perhaps the reflection so that we can live a better life. Interesting Ideas primarily geared, that's what we want to be about, is to help you live a better life. And I think about that because I know that a lot of the TV that I watch, and I may find it enjoyable, and I may find it useful, but it really doesn't help me to be a better person. It just helps me to maybe pass time or be a little bit better informed or to be angry. By the way, keep in mind, much of the media is designed to tick you off. That's right, to make you mad. At somebody or something. They are to try to get you emotionally engaged so that they can suggest that you open your pocketbooks or your checkbook and buy something that you believe will actually make life better for you. Well, from time to time, we're just simply going to try and see if we can do it kind of for free. We'd appreciate perhaps your recommendations, your commendations, and if you find we can be useful to you in some way to help your life be better, then we'll talk about going from fee to a fee to help improve your life and your business in the projects that we have and the people that work with us. See if we can make that happen. I'm Stan Hughes, and the program is Interesting Ideas. We'll keep it brief. I've got things to do, but I just simply want to remind you that indeed I'm wearing a coat and tie. Now, part of the reason is I was doing a presentation, but oftentimes that's what I had to do or remember or think about when I did a radio program and when I do one even right now. Best to you on this day. Unfortunately, a lot of people celebrated Mardi Gras and Carnival, and they're not in very good shape today. They're paying for their leisure, their entertainment, or their perhaps rather wild living, but hopefully they'll all pull through. Program begins right now. First of all, I confess, those of you who might know me or you've seen me, and of course there's pictures of me all around, I'm the guy who has no hair. People say, are you bald or did you just shave your head? And of course I oftentimes say, well, what do you think? By the way, I am going to have a program about the power of being perhaps bald. We'll talk about that sometime. It's kind of fun sometime. But no, you've seen me, and perhaps you realize or you know me that I'm very old school. I really enjoy, I like to wear a coat and tie. I like to dress up. I just am that kind of a person. I find casual very, very hard to do. And as I say, I oftentimes see people in the mall and going about their business, and I just have to think about, I wouldn't even paint the house in that outfit. That's just crazy old me. It's who I am. It's how I feel better about myself. It's what makes life better for me is I believe, image is not everything, but it is the first thing. And that's vital in marketing and selling yourself. As one gentleman said to to a program where I was putting on. It was a sales program, this organization. It was insurance and financial services. And in the midst of the changing things, because it had always been, you're supposed to go in and be, well-dressed, very professional, all of that. And only a few people could get away with that for some particular reason. I know the gentleman that my wife worked for was so well known and so well liked because he was an incredibly golfer aficionado. And so whenever he could, he would go on his appointments just dressed for golf. And he could get away with it, and it was accepted because he was really good at what he did, and he was really good at golf, and he enjoyed it, and he never sold when he was on the golf course, but that was his style. Well, they were going all around these different ways why you should dress, and somebody about my age said, well, I understand this, and I can see that some of this is probably, maybe I should loosen up a bit. But then he said, but I've never lost a sale because I wore a coat and tie. I've never lost a sale because I've worn a coat and tie. You lose them for a lot of reasons, but that's not one of them. Well, here's the story, and we'll try and keep it because everyone's busy on Wednesday. But here's the point. In effect, I oftentimes had to remind myself, and you have to remind yourself. As I say, the secret is that everybody is wearing a secret sign. Now, this is Stan Houston Rule for Performance Marketing, Marketing Life number 1. Everybody is wearing a sign. Did you know that? It's secret. It's invisible. But here's the sign. Please tell me I'm important. That's right. Everybody. That's what they're saying. Please tell me I'm important. And when it comes to selling or relationships or any kind of transaction, hey, why don't you read the sign? And, they're wearing that sign. It could be the young waitress at the table at the club, which many of you go to. It could be the CEO of your company. They're all wearing the sign. Please tell me I'm important. So it might be helpful to actually think about that as you try, as Dale Carnegie said, if you want to win friends and influence people. And as we say, how to make good friends and serve your audience. How to do that. You have an audience. You go out into the world and you have an audience every day. How do you serve your audience in such a way that they feel like they're the most important person in the world and that you have something of value for them? How do you do that? Are you intentional about it? Do you think about it? Well, here's the deal. Why do I sometimes? And by the way, if you actually go back and see pictures of many of the, broadcasters of my age when they were young, if you went into a radio station, oftentimes it was expected that you even though you dress up, you'd look good. And they say, well, no one sees me. Well, they're going to bring, a group of 6th graders through, and they're going to show them the radio station, and they want you to look nice. They're going to bring clients and customers and prospects into the radio station and kind of show what you do. And you know what? They don't want you looking like a slob. They want you to look nice, And so that was part of the deal. Now, they may not do that nearly as often anymore, but I still think it's very vital and very important to do that if you're trying to make a sale. The best place to make a sale is to walk into their place and then get to know their place, and then go back into the studio and make a promo demonstration for them, walk back and give it to them and say, this is what I could do for you and your office. And by the way, we'd love to invite you down to the radio station someday. Maybe we could do something together. Maybe we could do something you would like to do. Maybe you could even be on the radio sometime. Everybody would like to be on the radio. They're just kind of afraid that they'll mess it up. And if you can assure them that you'll make everything good, they'll like that. Okay, but you see, it reminds me of a fundamental lesson. My lesson was always this. I'm going to assume that I am talking not to all of the people out there in radio land. I am talking to one person. And that one person, I want them to feel like they're the most important person in the world. And if I were in their home, how would I dress? If I were in their office, how would I dress? If I was riding in their automobile, their nice automobile, how would I appear? Well, I do know that how you dress, I know people will fight me about this, but how you dress and the image you project will oftentimes affect the performance that you give. That's the deal. That's the deal. All business is show business. First of all, you got to show up. But then everything you are doing is trying to connect and please an audience. And it might go better for you if you just take a few minutes to dress for leadership, to dress for influence, to dress in such a way that they would say, there is a person I can trust. There's a person I can listen to. There is a person who cares. There is a person who cares about many things, including their appearance and their image when they are in front of me. Could all of that be true? 12 minutes, I'm done with my lesson, but now you know why, oftentimes, I will wear a coat and tie, as I'm doing right now when I'm on the radio. Okay, there we go. I can probably help you in a variety of ways, both as a business performance coach, teach you how to market yourself and your business. The program is called The Marketing Life, because everything you say and do is how you market you, and the way you look and appear is also how you market you. Always remember that. Reach out to me at stanhusted@gmail.com, stanhusted@gmail.com. If you'd like to perhaps be on this program, why don't you do that too? All right. We can help you become radio people. That possibility was available for very few. And thanks to some inventions like podcasting, which we had a part in that creation many years ago, it is now possible for you with all of the technology there. You can be on the radio. You can have your own radio program. You can even have your own radio station. And even with that telephone that you now have, I don't know if we call it that anymore, that smartphone, you can use that quality recorder, that video recorder, to actually produce things that can be helpful to your communication, to your image, your influence, and perhaps the way you can build a business and enhance your career. So reach out to me at stanhusted@gmail.com, stanhusted@gmail.com. The radio is witradio.net, witradio.net. All the best and blessings to you on this Ash Wednesday. Till next time, Bye for now.